Hey friends, let's go ahead and talk about Google Stadia for a second. It's a pretty promising set of technologies that's coming out to bring console-like gaming to anybody, anywhere, on the go, no matter what's happening in the world. You can play the latest games that are coming out at the best qualities, nearing what you could get on a pretty decent gaming PC, and with innovations like the controller connecting directly to Wi-Fi so that it reduces the latency. There are some pretty great aspects of it. Obviously, there are some criticisms, like the fact that this isn't really going to work for people in rural areas. I'm highly concerned whether or not it's going to work in a place like here in South Africa. I know we do have Google data centers, but whether or not they're going to be located centrally enough that we're going to have latency that actually makes sense, and Google's going to invest in the Stadia architecture in more remote countries like this, it's all uncertain. And then you have the questions of game ownership. If you're renting games all of the time, are you really then actually owning your games? Do people even want to own games anymore in this new economy of Netflix and Uber, where you're just sharing everything with anybody anyways? And then also the question of how is Google going to prioritize and promote games on their service? Is it going to be based on the games that keep people playing the longest? Or is it for the best games? Are games that are super short but really enjoyable going to be the ones that they prioritize because it's the best user experience? Or is it going to be those Farmville, Candy Crush type scenarios where people play for decades and hours on end, and then that's where they get the most of their revenue share? How is Google going to implement this? We don't know. So there's a whole lot that can be held in this discussion. But Xbox coming out and saying, well, you don't even need to worry about that because at least according to the CMO, Mike Nichols, he acknowledged that while Google's cloud gaming service is, hip and cool and pretty ingenious, he said that, it might struggle because what content does it have? Where are its games? They don't have the content necessary to promote anything. I mean, they're trying to pitch off Doom Eternal, which is a fast-paced shooter, but you can see that there's latency issues and it's not going to be a smooth experience. So that's not the game that you actually want to play on Google Stadia. That's going to be so much better suited for an Xbox because, gosh dang it, don't you know that having everything run natively is the way to do it? Which, I mean, I can kind of agree with. I just find that this is one of the most ironic statements because Microsoft hasn't really been known for producing the greatest content on the latest generation of consoles, and it's actually been Sony who's been the one who's actually knocking it out of the park with their exclusives. And Microsoft has Forza, and then the other Forza, and then what else they got, Reese? I mean, I'm sure plenty of you are going to comment down below about the things that I'm missing. But regardless, I do think that Microsoft saying that Google doesn't have content is like the pot calling the kettle black. It's just, you're in the same kitchen, my friends. But obviously, this is something to take into consideration. Google will have to partner with game publishers. It's not going to have any games of its own, but to dismiss the fact that they couldn't outright just get involved in it right now is also that would be way too dismissive of Google. I'm pretty sure that they could have something that could become competitive, especially if they focus on single player exclusives like Sony has. It would also be worth using over an Xbox, because why would anybody need an Xbox right now? I don't know. I can't find a reason. I got my gaming PC, I got my PlayStation, I got my Switch. I have all of the games I need. I have zero reason to buy an Xbox. I would gladly buy an Xbox if they gave me a reason to, but they haven't. Anyways, let me know what you think. Google Stadia, something you're excited for, something that you believe will actually lead the masses into really great PC gaming, or something that's just going to be pushed by the wayside as a failed experiment? Keen to hear your thoughts down below. Hit the like button on this hot news video if you enjoyed it. Get subscribed to this hot news channel for more deeper dives, exclusive takes, some timed exclusive content, and eventually some exclusive content as we start ramping up the production machine on this more and more as the time goes by. I'm Brett with the UFD Tech channel and the Hot News channel, and my mouth just doesn't want to work, so I'm ending this.